Welcome back to Seat Time. I'm Woody, and today we started our adventure at Grinduro 7, but this video is gonna end very different than I thought. The conditions were amazing. They had rain during the week. I was getting roosted like crazy.
I am covered thanks to that guy back there somewhere, covered in dirt.
As you could see, the amount of roost flying off the rear tires of the bikes in front of me was intense. As I ponder the half day of riding I did get under my belt at Grinduro 7, I have to tell you how amazing the conditions were. When West Texas is dry, the dust is thick enough to blanket your lungs and air filter like a weighted blanket. These were not those conditions though. Not only did we get rain the entire week before, we were rained on during the ride, which, if it weren't for my Sherco acting up again, would have been epic. You heard right. The Sherco started giving me fits again. When I started the bike up on the brisk Saturday morning, the starter seemed a bit slow. As it turns out, it was as slow as it could get because it wouldn't start the bike. Gas Andy bump started me on the road and I thought we were good to go. I'd let the bike run, charge up the battery some, and the issue would be over. Oh, how wrong I was. The time I let the bike die to test the charge, the starter was making a weird noise. At the time, it wasn't the normal clicking noise you get from the starter relay when the battery is dead. As the conditions got more slick from the additional rain, I had a few slide outs, letting the bike die. The group I was riding with were awesome, helping me bump start the bike in extremely slick conditions. The problem is that I was worried that I was becoming that guy. I wanted them to enjoy their ride, not fret over my bike stalling and them having to help me out again. So when it was lunchtime, I called it quits.
We've had so many issues with the Sherco, it's kind of ridiculous. People started helping me bump start, but now, unfortunately, the day is over. We're gonna head home and we're gonna dig in, and apparently, I'm gonna learn a lot more about a bendix. I don't even know what a bendix is, but we're gonna find out. Welcome to Seat Time.
The bike is washed. I don't think I need to show you how to wash a motorcycle, but here's the noise that we're hearing. What's crazy is that's a different noise than I was hearing before. Before, you could definitely hear the starter spinning right at the bottom of the motorcycle down here. So the starter on the Sherco is down here. You could definitely hear that motor spinning. That noise that we're hearing up here is the battery trying to get power. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna test the battery to see if it has any juice, see if I can get some power to the battery, power to the bike, so that we can test the starter again to see what's happening. Got the battery out. Now, because of the fact that this is a FirePower featherweight lithium battery, it has actually a tester on it, so check this out. So that is definitely telling me that this battery is now low. So again, this battery was fully charged when I left on the trip. I believe that the bendix is actually out, but I think what was happening is because the battery was so low or it was so cold and the bendix starting to go out that it wore that out. So we're gonna charge the battery, we're gonna try to see if we get this bike started and kind of like continue to problem solve from there. We'll see how this goes.
This isn't what I wanted to see, but as I started charging the battery, the fault light came on. And also, now it's barely been on the charger and it's registering full. So I'm wondering if my battery has crapped out on me.
The battery was not on there very long. It said it was full. Now, the battery itself says it's full. We're gonna plug it in and see what it does, because I think the battery's toast. Battery's hooked up, not put back in the hole, but so now it says that it is low. So unfortunately, I think that this battery is fried. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna order a new battery. We're gonna come back to this and see what the next step of this is. How do you know? How can you be prepared for your battery to go out? Is there something that we should be aware of for our batteries? Because we do not have kickstarters on these motorcycles anymore. The whole system relies on this battery. Obviously I was able to, bump start my bike, but I have an on-off switch. If there was not a little bit of juice in this, my bike would not have run. We learned that while we were in Colorado. So this bike is a little bit of a one-off, but even with all the new KTMs that we're seeing out there that are happening, if our battery crapped out on us in the middle of nowhere, what would we do? Would the bike still be able to run? I don't know. That's something we've got to talk about. So how can we prepare? How can we know that our battery might be getting ready to crap out? Let's order a new one and let's get this thing fixed.
surprise, surprise, it says it's full. Let's check it on the multimeter. Negative, negative, positive to positive. All right, looks like it's got over 12.8, which is what they say is good to go. So let's hook it up to the bike and see if the bike starts. Saw just a little flicker of drain there, but I think that's expected. Now we'll go ahead and try to start it. Wow. You see a little bit of draw, but it comes right back up to 12, above 12.9. Man, how annoying is that? My lithium ion battery goes out. I had no idea that it was on the way out. I get, 300 plus miles away to the Grinduro. It craps out. People have to help bump start me, all that kinds of stuff. Now I understand that these batteries are a lot more finicky than we think they are, and especially without a Kickstarter, what needs to happen? Obviously, I could carry an extra battery in my van, so I could get back to the van and have that extra battery, potentially have a jump pack, so that I could hook the jump pack up, be able to start the bike. Some of the research that I've done for where we're headed is some batteries have Bluetooth capability. So you can actually Bluetooth to the battery with your phone, and you can use that to tell where your battery is at with the amount of power, the health that it's in, all of those sorts of things. Now, another option that I saw was that companies like Trail Tech have dashboards for your dirt bike that will have how many volts the battery has on it. So those are some options. I'm gonna keep looking around. If you have done something with your motorcycle and the battery that you run, let me know what that is in the comments so that we can all get a little bit better. Yes, we are working on Liam's motorcycle. The Sherco is ready to go, baby. We've got this thing all figured out now. Obviously, I've done the top end now. This was some footage that was shot while we were trying to figure all this stuff out at the Grinduro. Man, I hope you guys enjoy getting seat time. I hope you guys enjoy the content that we have created for you. If we do not get a chance to see you on the trail, we will obviously see you on the internet. Have fun out there. Peace.